Just because I can, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you. Can you hear me? I hope so. There we go. There we go. Well, Star, I saw your pleas of you're losing your minutes, and well, I thought, why the fuck not? Why don't I help my buddy out? Hmm. Hmm. How you doing, my friends? Hello, and welcome to this special edition. No. Love the titles these people use. Uh, so yes, my lovely friends, are we winning yet? Oh, that's too bad. Do you don't even have like underground or well, I know you're an island, so I don't think you can have wells. I mean, I guess you could. Gotta suck to have to go get water. That'd drive me crazy. Well, yes, you can because you're from the future, so you've already got it. You just have to apply it to the future every day for the rest of your life. Oh, that's horrible. Can't you like clean it? Don't you have you know, can't you like boil it? Name redacted. How you doing, Brandon? Is that your new name? Because I'll call you a name, dude. That's fine. Uh, I have to go to your channel. Like, yeah. Uh, I'm not even subscribed. What the fuck? Well, you have 2,000. You don't need mine. I lost 2 subscribers today for some reason. I don't know why. Right on, brother. I appreciate that. That's always good. That's always good. Shits and giggles are good. Shits and giggles are very good. Messes with people. Sometimes it just outrages people for no fucking reason. Well, that's what you want to do. Is just do it. Yeah, I'm in a mood today. This morning's bullshit with idiot just really pissed me the fuck off. But I gotta laugh because otherwise it's gonna hurt myself. I don't want to. I want to talk to my friends and the people I know online. I wanna, I wanna. You ain't seen even a half of what I got up here. I don't do a lot of the stuff I have because well, I'm weird. And I'm really weird when I do my shit, and I'm just weird. And I don't mind that, but it's not who I want to present to the world. I want to present, strength and shit. But thank you all for coming in. Brandon, always. Star, definitely. Always welcome here. And I appreciate you all. I don't know. I say words like that, thinking it might help. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes. Sometimes. I don't have time for jokes, you idiot. Fate brought you here, huh? And how did fate bring you here? What brought you here, Brandon? Ooh, bubble pop star. That looks fun. Have to. I'm here because my mom liked to fuck around. But I'd like to know, people, are we winning yet? Are we winning yet? Do we have a no? I can tell you right off the bat, no. We're not winning. We're actually losing. And yeah. Oh, you and me both, Brandon. You and me both. We're both fucking. That's what we are. Oh, I forgot this. I had this. There we go. I forgot I had that. I read chat always, Sir Star. So you can take your little giggly faces and go, narf. Yeah. When is this going to end? I can't wait 4 years. I'm sorry. I can't. I am calling my representatives today and yes, and tomorrow I will. I'm going to start calling the Republicans as well, going, why aren't you doing something? Yeah, I get that, man. I do. And that's what needs to that's where we're trying to get to these people, but you can't because they don't listen. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shove all this in their faces every single fucking time. You chose the wrong person. We are an embarrassment, not just to ourselves as a country. We are an embarrassment and joke to the entire fucking planet. You know how many people are on this planet? 8 billion people. Actually, I'll even give you an exact time because I know these things. 8,103,533,550 or so. And we're an embarrassment to every single one of those people. Yeah, but one was better than the other, and we could have handled, and things would have. I just don't know how, but Yeah, I know. But see, that's the thing. They were fed up because they were fed a bunch of lies, dude. That's all that Fox News has ever done. And that's all they watch. And so that's all they learned was what Fox News wanted them to learn. They didn't go out of their way to fucking watch different aspects, different side views. I don't, when I hear Fox News, my brain hurts. I don't see why it doesn't hurt people's brains because it hurt my brain every single time I watched anything that Fox News put out. And the majority of these people only follow Fox. And I'm sorry, but that's a propaganda wing of the Republican and religious sides. Well, one part of the religious side. They got both sides going. That's the real enemy, truly. And oh, dude, Brandon, I know, man. I couldn't. I stopped. Look, I know. I don't know if you know, but I know. Um, well, I know because it's me. But I stopped watching TV and news, like news, like every day, long time ago. And I only watch on YouTube now, and because I can turn it off as soon as it starts to hurt my brain or really irritate the fuck out of me, I can just turn the channel, and that's been the best thing for me. I can mute it even and watch what's going on, so give me at least a sense of what being said and whatnot. But most of the time, I don't watch this shit. I go through independence. That's why I watch all on here, is because the more independent I see, the better informed I can be. Yeah, my wife doesn't vote. I voted, but my heart just wasn't in it. And there have been some. I think this was my second one, second or third actually, president vote that I didn't vote for. But my first two presidents that I voted for both sides, whereas I didn't vote for either side. I voted for Mickey Mouse, which is basically you toss your vote away basically. But that's who I voted for. My very first two times, two or three times actually, I voted. I voted for Mickey Mouse, and that I knew that was but it also made me think: does my vote really count? Any which way I vote, does it really? But it does. You have to vote, or you don't have a voice. Your vote is your voice. Well, maybe. Do you think he would have started the 2025 bullshit back then? Hey, Colt, how you doing, my brother? Do you think he'd start that 2025 shit back then if he'd have been allowed? Well, it's a farce, but it's not supposed to be. It's our whole life. It's how this country is supposed to be run. Do we just say it's not and never vote again and always have those in power be in power, or do we vote and we demand that that vote counts? That's what we have. That's what the Constitution is supposed to be for. It's just that it's been so corrupted by both sides. I'll give you that, but there shouldn't be sides in the first place. We should be one country under one, shining example of being a better country, a better person, a better human being, a better species. We should be the shining example on the mountain. Here we are. We're embarrassing. We're embarrassing right now. Not just embarrassing. We're basically threatening, the world with violence. So one orange feckle fucknut can get his way. And I have to believe in the country. I have to believe in the Constitution, or it's worthless. Oh, yes, you and me both with the age restrictions. Age restrictions, there needs to be a good long conversation, and that's one of the few things that Trump will be responsible for that will be a good thing. Is we will have discussions and laws made about corruption of this type ever getting out of hand ever again. But first, I don't know who who woke now. Okay, now hold on, because I got something for this. There's that thingy. Open. See, this is what happens when you listen to Fox News. They use words they don't mean, or don't understand, or don't know. This is gonna pop up so sorry. This is what wokeism is, and this is what it means. It will not be 21 cult. It should be younger. People can handle themselves with alcohol. And I think the government needs to just back the fuck off. Wokeism is a term that describes left wing or progressive attitudes and practices that are seen as self righteous, insincere, or doctrine. It is often used in a disparaging way. But what the word means, woke, means being aware of and attentive to important social issues. It can also refer to being alert to racial or social injustices. I will go further and say woke means that you are educated and that you continue to educate yourself. Don't shut up, you. I love you, Star. That's what woke means to me. What woke means to me is being educated, being up to date on the issues of the day, and trying to change the world for a better place, to be a better human being, to be a better species all around. That's my main goal in life, even though you know, humans are stupid and no one has yet to change my fucking mind. And that's where it's at. We are, you know, stupid. We're acting stupid. This country is stupid. Hey, Keebler. Yes, I know. Well, who's self righteous? No. It's not about being self righteous. It's about being the better person. We were told this. Yes, and I know it's a bunch of propaganda, like the Pledge of Allegiance is a propaganda piece. And I wish it was gotten rid of. We don't need it, especially as adults. We've said that saying way too much. You should quit both but cigarettes. If you quit cigarettes, I'll be here for you always, Cole. What? What? Oh, shut up. Oh, oh, God. Shut up. Shut up so I can get this out of my head, motherfuckers. We were we were sold on the fact that we are a melting pot. That we take all the people in from around the world, and because we do, we become better for it because we can show that it can be done. But there has been this nonstop tearing at it, and not from any sides, but from an ideal. Okay, we need to get away from the sides bit and understand that there is a large percentage of people out there that wish to destroy this country, not because it's I found a piece of chocolate. Um, Not that it's sides, it's just that this the religious, not just one but all. want to control people. And they've been chipping at America since its inception, trying to gain power. And it's evident today more than ever. And it's really depressing to see it go on the way it does and has been and is going to and will be, even though we call it out and point at it and go, that's what's causing most of this. No one's having the discussions that need to be discussed. Well, they need their alphabet. I don't mind them. They can have all the alphabet they want. It's really, that's another part of America that should be embraced from all people in this country and across the world. We are inclusive, maybe to a fault, but you know what? You make us better because of our differences, because we can come together in a common direction, but all have our differences and all live our lives according to how we want to, not because of a religion or a political party or anything, how a person wants to live their life. As long as we're not being detrimental to someone else's life, we should be allowed to be who and what we want to be. Well, that's wrong. Well, that's how it's been, though. And it was working just fine until somebody said, oh, immigrants are what makes this country happen. Yes, it's wrong, too. That needs to be addressed. But we need to get to leadership that wants to progress the entire production of humanity, the entire existence of humanity into a better world, not keep constant conflict going. Because that's how we make our money here in this country. Or I would hope you would know that the majority of money, the crops and bullshit and soaps and whatever you fucking sell out there to the rest of the world, that don't make jack shit for America. What makes America money is weapons and bombs. Weapons, bombs, planes, tanks, trains, and everything else that commits war. That's why there is grief across this planet, is because we think that war and all that it entails needs to happen. No, it don't. But I'm just one person. That's my personal opinion on the world. But that's how it should be. We should be directed towards helping one another rise above what we currently are as a species, because what we are as a species is fucking embarrassing. I don't care what side you're on. I don't give a fuck who you follow. We as a country right this second, the American country, the American people, we are an embarrassment, not to just to ourselves, but to the entire fucking 8 billion people on this planet. We're an embarrassment. Ooh, I don't like pills, man. Well, there's a lot of brainwashing going on, and it's you have to pull yourself from it. You've got to pull yourself out of the church for first. Then you got to pull from Fox or NBC or CBS. You got to pull yourself away from the mainstream news, and then pull yourself even further back out of that and look at the independent news, and then give that even a critical eye. But you need to educate yourself as well as what's going on to everything. And that's hard for a lot of people to do. You can't just be educated. It takes a lot. And sometimes it takes people to explain it to you, but you have to be open to that. And the majority of people out there just aren't open to being educated. They think they've got it handled. So it's not going to happen. You know what, Keebler? I can still talk about it anyway. That's my thing. I could still talk about it anyway. And if I can get even a modicum of what I say and do out there to the world, I hope it fucking happens.
all the more. Just to be negative about the, oh, it's never going to happen. That's not how I see things, because if I think that way, then other people think that way, and then we just let the greed and the corruption grow. You have to speak up. If you don't speak up, there's no fucking point to anything. Did you now? No, they've been screwing it for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years. We people have been screwing over each other, and that's the mentality where everything comes from is, oh, it's always been that way, it's always going to be that way. No, it's not. We can rise above it, but that greed and the corruption will always be there because of who and what we are as a species. We're fucking monkeys, and that's it. Our brains aren't developed still. We need to let our brains, we need to go beyond what we have now, put aside all of the shit that came before, and go, you know what? We can rise above. So I should just do nothing then, Keebler. Is that what you're saying? I should just give up, roll up in a ball, and never speak again. Sorry, that's not how I work. Yeah, and that's the other thing, Brandon. It's people kind of want that warfare. They want that for some reason. They want to see that violence in their life. They want to see that hatred and anger bubble up and explode. Well, that's what's coming off as, Keebler, and I'm in a mood. So if I take what you say, it's because it's chat and there's no emotional inflections in it. So I can only take from what the words you type. It'll always get old, coach. Colt, and it should. It should get old. It should die. It should be never grown again. It's one of those things among a multitude of things that should stop being. Period. Yes, I get it. The nice way doesn't work. I agree with you on that. But we have to try. We have to show that there can be. We just need to elevate our way of doing it and saying it and being it. Ask away, brah. That's what I'm here for. Cigars are not elegant, Colt. They're gross, disgusting, and they stink. And nobody knows how to smoke them. At least not me. I inhaled the first time I smoked a cigar. Oh, whew, I had to take my shirt off. It's getting hot up in here. You know, I'm I get a goofy and emotional sometimes, and and I say shit, but you know, I do mean what I say. Yes, exactly. It's very hard to understand tone in chat, and that's one of the things I don't like. But I also have to uh, direct the narrative, as it were, and not let it get out of control as so many people do. And so it has to be in this form. Do you think protesting now a day actually does anything? No. I have always said and always will say that protesting does nothing. I have been, my entire life has been filled with protesting, of, watching it, seeing it, being a part of it, uh, all of it. I'm 57 years old. I've seen a lot of fuck. I was born in 1967. I have seen a lot of protesting. And I'm sorry to say it does nothing. Maybe on a smaller scale, maybe, here and there, but for the most part, no. And how many know the First Amendment? Probably not as much as then as they do currently. But even then, I don't think a lot of Americans know what the Constitution entails. That's why I keep a copy next to me here. But even though it's from the enemy, Hillsdale College, there, don't ever get theirs. And I have a copy here in my computer, and you need to read it constantly. Well, not constantly, not like the Bible. You just need to read it and understand it, and know what your fucking rights are. And if somebody brings it up, then you can check it. Yeah, I know. But see, the thing is that the protesting doesn't work. But it can work if they just did it differently. You want to know? You want to know how you change the system? Be the system. I've been saying that for fucking years. You want change to happen. You want real fucking sustainable fucking change. Get fucking involved. And the only thing that I can tell you is it's boring. Oh my God. If you have ever been to a city council meeting, sit-ins, I know, huh? Yawn. No, there's nothing like a good joint, Colt. You got to get a joint. Well, that's. I haven't seen any violence on the left. Certainly seen it on the right, and every time that the left does some kind of violence, it's always blown out of fucking proportion. I can show you instances galore on that shit. And then the right just whines and cries and goes, "Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that." That's why we got Rittenhouse. That's what happened. He murdered people. They didn't. They murdered people. The left didn't. Nah, man, smoke weed, dude. You want a good one, smoke weed. Really. Trust me, your brain will thank you. I'm a singular person who has a singular thought about about the way my country is run. Not a single one of you is going to change my mind about how I feel. Not a single one of you is going to agree with everything I have to say, but I do have some good points.
Bet you ain't got enough weed for this shithole?
What? No, we got plenty of weed for this shithole. There's weed everywhere. Everywhere you go, everywhere you see. That's my son. Oh yeah. Oh God, I can't wait for that either, because you're right. It might just come. And what then? Will people accept it, do you think? Because, on with the stuff that I watch, mostly the independent stuff, I can't watch Fox. I can't even turn to anything that, as soon as they play it, even from the independent side, it's like I can't even listen to it because it's just insanity. It's insanity. It's insanity what people think. Yes, difference in opinions makes for good conversation, and that's what I'm about. We can be friends in the end, and I'm willing to have those conversations. Everybody in this room, everybody in this country, Keebler, had better be Antifa. Full stop. End of story. That's the whole point. We are against fascism. No, you can go wherever you want without having an ID. You don't need an ID. You don't need one. They can request one, they can say you should have one, but they can't make you have one. No, I would love to have a Cuban cigar, Colt. I know what you're talking about, but I'll never do it because I'm not going to smoke cigars. You don't have to have an ID in this country. They say you do.
In order to take a plane,
Yeah, to take a plane or to do anything, of any worth. Yeah, you can't drive, but you can be driven. You can take a bus across country. You
Yes.
can walk. You can go to the store. You can go to a bank. You can go to a
You can't go inside the bank and get anything out of the bank unless you have your ID.
yeah, unless you have an ID or a password or some kind of card that says something. There, but you don't need an ID. That's the one thing that we don't need.
To vote,
To vote, you need an ID. To engage in society, you need an ID. But when it push comes to shove, we don't need an ID. If you don't want to be a part of it, you don't have to be a part of it. No, you don't need to buy anything. I can walk into Walmart right now and not show an ID and buy whatever I fucking please, except for alcohol.
exactly.
Because they card everywhere, which is great, and I'm glad they do because it just makes me feel so good. Oh, thank you, honey.
You are definitely not under 21.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I get that. But you know what? You don't need an ID. You don't. No one needs one. I can make alcohol too. I have actually made alcohol in my time. But you don't need an ID. That's the first fallacy you need to let go of. They want you to have an ID. They say you need an ID. You don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. Does it help? I don't think so. Does it help you? You know, oh, well, you're this person, so we know this, this, and this. Maybe. The only ID you have that you should be having is your social security card. That's for damn sure. By being upfront and honest, hook me up to a lie detector. I don't care. What's bullshit? What? Oh, shut up. And there's some towns, man, you can just go buy singles. I used to live in a town where you could just go buy single cigarettes, didn't have to show no ID. Ooh, mead. I don't know if I can drink mead. I don't know. I'm allergic to beer, so I don't know. Well, no, yeah, I get it. I get it. If you want to prove who you are, if you want to be what I'm saying in the all, you know, just you don't need one. Yeah, I get that, but we're not discussing me. I'm just saying, as a general thing, you don't need one. You wanna impose your ID will on me. That's fine, but you don't need one. It makes life easier. It makes life livable, but you don't need one. You weren't born with one in your hand. It didn't pop out of your ass when you were born or at a certain time of your age. It's not part of you physically. It's just something that helps with the society that you happen to be in. Which sucks, by the way. Lie detectors. Well, then what's the point of having a lie detector if it doesn't detect lies? Make it detect lies. That's what I'm saying. Just make it detect lies. Not even then. We need to be free. America's supposed to be free. Honey, strawberries, some brown sugar, and yeast. Just toss it together. Well, you know, there's a recipe. And then I probably could drink that even with the sugar. Well, that's because you live out in the boonies in fucking Australia. And that's why you need an ID. Okay? And you're in Australia. I'm talking about here in America. Because it's America. You know what I'm saying? It's America. America. Because I'm proud to be an American. Because at least I know I'm free. I proudly Stand up. Oh, wait, no, the guy who sang this song is a conscientious objector who actually burned his draft card. Look, Louisiana. I got. How does your ID do that? I'd like to know. Did you have your DNA on there? On your ID? Because if it doesn't, then anybody could still be you. You know, all they got to do is, change something here or there. You know, you don't have a strip of flesh in your ID that goes, yes, this is him. Cup and 4 gallons. Ooh. Well, yeah, I know. I use yeast myself. It's not like I don't know how to cook, man. Helps with the flavor. Yeah, I know that, Star, but you just like to argue, and that's fine. I'm just saying we can be better as a country, as a world, instead of being an embarrassment, corrupt, broken, something of a country that people just have wanted to destroy ever since its inception. Ever since America was started, people have wanted to destroy it. And we in our Constitution have to rise up and go, no. Because if we don't, our whole existence is pointless as a country. The whole idea is what the Constitution stands for, and it stands for the people, supposedly. It stands for equality, supposedly. Because it doesn't, and because we are, whatever they say, a constitutional republic, whatever they want to call us, a democracy, constitutional republic, a banana republic, whatever words they wish to use, we as a country should be thinking about and being the better person, the adult in the room when it comes to everything, not just being stupid and complicit to corruption and greed because it's always been that way. We can't let greed and corruption and this evil that is there continue. It's evil, no matter what you people want to say or fight about or fucking think about. What Trump is doing is evil. What the Republican Party is doing is evil. What Elon is doing is evil. What the Supreme Court is doing is evil. And they must be arrested for the traitors they have proven themselves to be. I will discuss anything with you, but at the end, I hate saying at the end of the day because it's really such an annoying thing to say. We, as a country, if we're going to have a constitution, it's going to be the driving force of what we are as a nation and as a species, as a people, then that's what needs to happen. Because if it's not, there's no point to what we are currently at right now. Oh, stop. You just like arguing me to argue. This is what I have been about, people, from day one. If you've had any to the other side of that, I'm sorry. I didn't articulate enough. Donald Trump, Elon, Republican Party for now, and the Supreme Court are committing treason to the Constitution that we all swear allegiance to, not just to the flag, but the Constitution. We take 2 vows in our lives. Well, most people just one. One is the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, united in a common goal. And the other one is our oath that we take when we join the army or the police or anything like that. And that's an even more solemn vow to each other as a country and as a people. I say your name, do hereby affirm that I will defend the Constitution from threats, both foreign and domestic. Foreign and domestic. And I will defend this country with every last breath I have, because the Constitution is the ideal of what we should be as a country. Not because people, oh, but nothing, well, this, no. If there's corruption in our government, and there is currently, it needs to be cut out. They need to be arrested. Trump, Elon, the Republican Party, and the Supreme Court need to be arrested for treason, because that's what they're committing right now. That's what they've been committing. That's what they will be committing. And that's what's going to happen until we as a nation say enough. Enough is fucking enough. Our country needs to pull its head out of its ass, wake up. I don't give a fuck. Drink the fucking morning coffee. But they need to be arrested. Our country is in peril. The world is in peril because of these morons thinking that this is how it can be. It can't be. Our Constitution says no. This is not how it's going to be or should be. If you can't get behind our Constitution, what is the fucking point of this country? If you can't get behind the ideals that our forefathers set forth for us to hopefully, keep going and improve upon, not destroy. Because that's what's going to happen. Because that's what the Republicans have been about for a long time now. Is destroying the Constitution, not just as a concept, not just as a way of life for a country, but the very physical document. They want to destroy it so it doesn't exist anymore, even though those words will never go away, no matter how much they try. I like to talk to you people. I get, that each one of y'all has your own opinion, but this is mine right now. This is my time. I'm going to say what I have to say. This is what needs to happen as a country. We need to come together. This Nazi loving fascist fucking bullshit needs to end. As far as I'm concerned, that's all that matters right now. We need to stop the fascists. We need to stop the Nazis. And Elon and Trump and the Republican Party and the Supreme Court are all supporting fascist Nazi bullshit. And no matter what side of the bench you're on, that's what's going on now. And that's what we need to face. The reality, too, is we're facing fascism. We're facing the destruction of the only good that this world could possibly have. Because all the other countries, they're just looking at us and laughing. They're laughing. We're a joke. We're an embarrassment. I'm mortified. I'm mortified and ashamed to be an American right now. I am mortified and ashamed and embarrassed to my core to be an American right now, as every other fucking American should be. Because if you're not, and you don't believe in America, you don't believe in our government, and that's just not how it should be. I mean, yes, we all have our free ways of thinking, but if you're going to be here, that's how we roll. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's screwed up, but it's not as bad. You have people who are trying, and you do pretty good most times. I've seen some of your politicians; they're pretty, up there. Some are a little cuckoo, but yes, and yes, we have been pussified, Brandon. I'll give you that. We have been. I think it's it comes from a lot of things. It comes from parents not wanting to you know have their children treated the way they were treated because for so long people just treated their kids like crap, no matter what. It's all so fucking stupid. All of it, every last bit of it. We can't win because of so much goddamn stupidity in the world. We can't win because people don't want people to win. They want everybody to be just as miserable and hate filled as they are. And that's the only way they can feel good about themselves in any way is to pass on the hate that they have for something that doesn't need hate. I hate hating. I hate hating. I hate have I don't want to hate people. There are people I don't like. There are people whose attitudes and ways of living I find deplorable and disgusting and all of that. And that's a lot of people on the planet, but I don't want to hate people. I just want to live my life, but I can't. I don't want to be here ranting on YouTube. I want to be having fun, talking to friends, being goofy, being funny. My whole thing is funny, or used to be, till all this started happening. I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be hate filled. I want to be peace filled. Don't you? Don't you want to not hate? Don't you want to have fun and be well and be healthy and know that your actions, even if they're slight ones, have had a positive effect on the rest of the world instead of d- pushing more hatred towards, towards being out there? I mean, discipline children. You are there for them. You want to discipline your children. You really want to discipline your children. Be there for them when they ask questions. Don't be short with them. Don't be mean. Teach them things on a daily basis. Teach them how to respect and be morally, ethically, all of the good things that need to be said to your children. And every once in a while, you smack them upside the head when you're teaching a lesson because it will set it in stone in their head if it's done properly. If it's done properly, a smack upside the head does more than spanking any amount of your child's ass. You're not going to beat it into them, but a good little, yeah, you got it. While you smack them upside the head, does wonders. You cannot even begin to, and it's different for each kid. It's different for each parent, but you can, you can teach your children effectively and better than you got taught, but you have to put in the effort. You have to be willing to give all to your child because that's what you're there for, is to give to your child. Your life is now over as a life. You are there for that child. That's why people really need to think about having children before they have children. I think that, if there are many, many, many things that people need to know, be taught, learn, express. Too many to mention in one, whatever this is. But if that's, if that can get out there as well, so be it. If you're going to have children, be there for your children, or don't have children. It's a simple fucking fact. If you're not going to be there for your child, maybe you shouldn't have children. Fuck all you want. It's called protection. It's called fucking getting a vasectomy. Those can get reversed. Women can have their shit tied too. That can get reversed. But if you want to go around fucking everything on the planet with a hole in a heartbeat, then by all means, maybe you should think about it first. That's just one of many problems in the world that we have. Many, 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 many problems. We may lose our Pope, people. He's had bronchial problems. The white and black smoke will be out there soon and be choosing their puppet. I think this is like my fourth or fifth Pope in my lifetime. Wonder who they're going to choose this time. Oh, no, they didn't. No, Star, no. I'm going to be no. Because I don't see people out there fucking female kangaroos, in groups of 4 or more. Because Brandon, they have 3 pussies, right? Or vaginas. They have 3 vaginas. Just like a platypus has 3 dicks. Nature is fucking awesome, dude. I'll give you that. Nature is fucking awesome. Why are you keeping nature? Nature's awesome. Why? You might be able to, but nature is wonderful. That's all there should ever be. Should all live in the trees with the Ewoks. Would you like to live in the trees with the Ewoks, honey?
Fuck the Ewok.
Fuck the Ewoks.
Put your dirty clothes in the washer.
Yes, I did.
All of them?
Yes, except for my shirt, which I was going to wear tomorrow. Right on, Brandon. I have a pack. I have a very, very large pack outside of my down the street from my house. I have at least 15 to 20, maybe more coyotes in the field across the street from me. And they roam. They don't just stay there. They're all over the place. They've got a pretty big roaming. I find it fascinating they don't come into town because there's rabbits everywhere. Everywhere. And I had a squirrel or something die in my house, and it's been stinking like death in here. It's nasty. And I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. Man. Goddamn animals. So yeah, nature ain't all that, brah. I'll tell you that. Sometimes it's fun, but the nasty side of it just no. But look, people, that's what I wanted to say mostly. Oh, nice. Well, you got a pond? Lucky you. We had a pond, but they drained it, so now it's not a pond anymore. But you look on the maps, it still says it's a pond. Which I think is funny. Oh, I missed a meeting. Was that yesterday? No, that was yesterday. I missed a meeting yesterday about more building here. They weren't listening to anything I had to say anyway, so That's how I feel, people. America is headed in the wrong fucking direction, and people need to start waking the fuck up to it. And I see people have been, but not in the numbers we need, and not calling for the right thing. We need to change, people. We need to change. We get geese flying all the time overhead, though. They're always flying overhead. And there's like always some land over by the New King Supers. Always some over there. They don't land over here often. They used to. When I first moved here, they used to land in our pond all the time, especially at night. You know, all there squawking. Well, look, it's cursed. What are you doing? After an hour of talking. Saw my first Tesla today after a long time. I told it, how does it feel driving a swastika? They didn't answer. Fuck, I forgot to take pills again today. I really got to start taking my morning pill. Man. Well, got my pills out, so I'll take those now. What's going on, Curse? What's going on? What's going on? Speak your mind. Forever hold your peace. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Don't be colorblind. Don't be so shallow. Yeah, whatever. I think you support more than you let on, mister. I hate smelling death, man. One thing I hate. I can take it, but after a while, it hurts the head too. Ugh, man. I got to take off my swamp cooler, I guess, and see if it's in there. Because I think that's the only place it could be. I just didn't have my tools the other day, or I would have done it already. I don't have a... What? You're not registered even? Neither's my wife, dude, so you're both there. And that's your right as an American. You have a right not to vote. You have a right to not do or engage in anything. I haven't had a driver's license in 20 years. I haven't had a car in 20 years. My carbon footprint's so small, it's the size of a mouse. Oh, it's not the vision. Right on, Brandon. Right on. Don't need one, man. You don't need a driver's license. Of course, I don't drive either. I don't want to drive. I hate people. I fucking can't stand people, man. Especially drivers, man. They just, oh God, you should see what they're doing here. Oh my God, they're putting in so many goddamn stupid fucking roundabouts. I hate roundabouts. Oh, I ain't even started on the sports bit of that either, Curse. I'm gonna one of these days. Because really, people need to start hearing it. And even though nobody will hear it, it needs to be said until somebody does hear it. So, yeah, we got to fix one part before we can fix the other part. Because we can't fix it all at the same time or it all just crumble. And right now, the evil that we see is out there. Very visible, very, very palpable, and it needs to be taken care of and got rid of. We have to figure it out one step at a time, one problem at a time. You can't just solve everything overnight. But there are some things that do require an emergency step from time to time. And that's this. Arrest them now, people. Arrest them now. Call your representatives. Tell them that you want them arrested. Or not. I'm not telling anybody how to do anything. Don't want to do it? You don't have to. Don't want to follow it? You don't have to. You want to argue about it? Take it somewhere else. I'm not in for it today. I'm not up for that at all. I am done arguing about it. Shit needs to happen. Shit needs to happen now. Let's see. You too, Brandon. I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to take it off myself as well because I want to go do something else. Catch up with me next time. Earlier, Curse, that we can talk. Brandon, you have a wonderful night, man. It's always a pleasure to see you, and thank you for hanging out with me. It's good to see you. Star, as always, you're always, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you who come in, even though we might argue sometimes. I appreciate you all because you're all here. So I'm gonna go do stuff, and I got dishes I gotta do and shit, stuff and shit. But you're a good pain in the ass, Star, and you're a good friend, and I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me into your life and let me yammer on about things. Needs to get out of my head, that's for sure. So, people, you have a wonderful evening. I will catch you on the next one. I might do something this weekend because I'm sure some stupid shit's going to happen this weekend. So, peace out for now, and I will catch you all next time. Love you. Love you.